The bottle shattered against the wall inches from my head, shards flying like shrapnel in the dim haze of the dive bar. I ducked too late, tasting blood from a split lip as the drunk guy's fist connected with my jaw, his slur about freaks like me echoing over the jukebox's wail. Then, out of the chaos, strong arms yanked me back, a voice like gravel cutting through the roar. Enough. Walk away. I stumbled into the alley behind O'Malley's, the cold Chicago wind slapping my face like a wake-up call. My savior, tall, broad-shouldered, with a fade haircut and a leather jacket that smelled faintly of rain and cigarettes, leaned against the brick wall, lighting a smoke with hands that still trembled from the adrenaline. "You okay?" he asked, his voice softer now, eyes scanning me like I was a puzzle he hadn't meant to solve. "Alex," I managed, wiping blood from my mouth. "And yeah, thanks to you." He nodded, exhaling smoke toward the streetlight, but there was something in his gaze, wary, almost haunted, that made my stomach twist. "Jordan," he said. His name was a mechanic from the South Side who came to this hole-in-the-wall for the cheap whiskey, not the fights. We talked for what felt like hours but was probably minutes, about nothing and everything. The Cubs' losing streak, the endless gray winters, the way this city chewed you up if you let it. By the time the bar's back door banged open with the bartender yelling last call, I felt seen in a way I hadn't since coming out to my folks 2 years back, only to have Dad's silence louder than any shout. He walked me to my beat-up Honda 2 blocks away, the silence between us thick with unspoken things. "Hey," he said at the car door. "If you need stitches or something, I know a guy." No questions. I laughed, a rusty sound, and handed him my number scrawled on a crumpled receipt. "For the hero tax," I joked. He pocketed it with a half-smile that didn't reach his eyes, then vanished into the night like he'd never been there at all. That night, I patched myself up in my tiny Wicker Park apartment, mirror reflecting a bruised stranger staring back. 26, graphic designer by day, invisible by night. Except now, Jordan's face lingered, all sharp angles and quiet intensity. I told myself it was gratitude, nothing more. But when my phone buzzed at dawn with a text, "Jordan, you alive?" my heart did a stupid flip, and I knew trouble had just checked in. Work was a blur of client revisions and coffee runs, but my mind kept drifting to that alley, to the way Jordan's hand had lingered on my arm just a second too long. By lunch, I was Googling Southside garages, half hoping to stumble on his. Pathetic, right? But isolation had a way of making you chase shadows. I'd moved to Chicago after college to escape the Bible Belt chokehold back home in Tennessee, where sun turned to sinner overnight. Here, I had pride flags on every corner and apps full of dates that ghosted faster than a summer storm. Still, trust was a casualty I'd buried deep. That evening, I caved and texted back, "Alex," battered but breathing. "Owe you a beer." His reply came quick, "Jordan, make it 2. O'Malley's, 8. I stared at the screen, pulse racing like I'd chugged an energy drink. What was I doing? He could be straight, married, a total asshole under that knight in shining armor vibe. But the pull was magnetic, a mix of curiosity and that rare spark of connection in a city of millions. O'Malley's was quieter midweek, the same sticky floors and neon signs flickering like faulty memories. Jordan was already there, nursing a pint at the corner booth, his jacket slung over the seat. Up close in better light, he was even more striking, olive skin, a scar hooking his left eyebrow, laugh lines hinting at stories he wasn't telling. We clinked glasses, the foam sloshing as I dove into small talk to mask the nerves. Turns out he was 30, ex-Marine, divorced, no kids, thank God. And yeah, he'd clocked that drunk for eyeing me wrong from across the room. "Hate bullies," he said simply, but his jaw tightened, like the word carried weight. As the beers flowed, layers peeled back. He grew up in a steel mill town outside Pittsburgh, enlisted to escape a dad who drank more than he parented. Coming out wasn't an option, he admitted, staring into his glass. Still isn't, half the time. My breath caught. By then, or something fluid. He didn't label it, but the way he said it, raw and unapologetic, hit like a lifeline. I shared my own wreckage. The family Thanksgiving where Mom prayed over my plate like it was cursed. The ex who bailed when things got too real. We laughed at the absurdities, but underneath was a current of shared ache. the kind that binds strangers into something fragile and real. By closing time, the bar empty save for us. He walked me out again. This time, no fight, just the hum of the L train overhead and our footsteps sinking on the sidewalk. At my car, he paused, closer than before. "Your trouble, Alex," he murmured, thumb brushing my bruised knuckles. I leaned in, heart hammering, and for a beat, our lips hovered. Then he pulled back, cursing under his breath. Not like this. Not rushed. Disappointment stung, but respect bloomed warmer. He hailed a cab instead, vanishing with a promise. Saturday. My place. Dinner. No bars. I drove home buzzing, the city lights blurring into hope. But Saturday loomed like a test, and deep down, I wondered if I'd just traded one bar brawl for a battlefield of the heart. Jordan's apartment was a third-floor walk-up in Bridgeport, the kind of place where the radiator clanged like a bad drum solo, and the view was rooftops dotted with satellite dishes. He buzzed me up with a sheepish, "Ignore the mess," but it wasn't messy, just lived in, with toolboxes stacked by the couch and a faded Marine Corps flag tacked to the wall. The air smelled of garlic and simmering tomato sauce. "His grandma's recipe," he said, stirring a pot on the ancient stove. We ate cross-legged on the floor, pasta Alfredo because bolognese takes too long for nerves, and talked like old friends catching up after war. He showed me his latest project, a '72 Chevy he'd resurrected from a junkyard, grease under his nails a badge of honor. I sketched dumb cartoons on a napkin, him as a caped crusader punching homophobes, and his laugh, deep, unguarded, made my chest ache in the best way. But shadows crept in. When I asked about the divorce, his face shuddered. She was great. I wasn't. Details trickled, a deployment that stretched their marriage thin, letters home that lied about the loneliness, the guilt when he finally admitted he loved her, but not like that. Came back, told her everything. She deserved better. My turn. The freelance gigs that paid the rent but starved the soul. The parade of almost relationships that fizzled under scrutiny. People see gay and build walls, I said, twirling pasta. Or they see it and run. Jordan's eyes met mine, steady, not running. The words hung, electric, and when he cleared the plates, our hands brushed, deliberate this time. He didn't pull away. We ended up on the couch, a bootleg DVD of some action flick flickering, but neither watched. His arm draped the cushions, fingers grazing my shoulder, and I shifted closer, testing. He turned, breath warm on my neck. "Alex." It was a question, a plea. I answered by closing the gap. Our kiss tentative at first, soft, searching, then deepening with the pent-up storm of that alley night. No rush, just hands and hair, bodies aligning like puzzle pieces long lost. When we broke apart, foreheads touching, he whispered, "This scares the hell out of me." Me too, I admitted. But in that moment, fear felt like fuel. The next weeks blurred into a rhythm I hadn't known I craved. Stolen lunches at his garage, where he'd sneak me oil-smeared kisses behind the lift, late-night drives along Lake Shore, windows down, sharing playlists of Springsteen and Hozier. Jordan met my best friend, Mia, a fierce lesbian barista who'd adopted me like a stray. Over tacos, her grilling him until he cracked jokes that had us howling. "He's a keeper," she texted later. "Don't screw it up." As if. But cracks formed subtle, like hairline fractures in glass. Jordan dodged family talk, changing subjects when I mentioned mine. His phone buzzed with calls he silenced. Voice tight. Work stuff. And once, spotting a photo on his fridge, him arm in arm with a woman and a kid, I froze. "Niece," he said quick, but the explanation lagged, eyes evading. Insecurity whispered, "What if he's not ready? What if you're the rebound?" Then came the night at a queer open mic in Boys Town. I'd dragged him, wanting to show off this world I'd carved. Poets spitting fire about identity, drag queens lip-syncing anthems that shook the rafters. He held my hand under the table, thumb stroking circles, but tension coiled in his shoulders. When a comedian roasted closeted bros, Jordan laughed too loud, then went quiet. Outside, under the rainbow crosswalk, he lit up. That was intense. Good intense. I pressed, heart sinking. He sighed, smoke curling. "Just reminds me how far I am from normal." The word landed like a slap. Normal? After everything? I mean my family, Alex. Pop still thinks don't ask, Don't tell is gospel. If they knew. He trailed off, and I saw it. The war he waged inside. Marine discipline clashing with a heart that bent toward me. We fought our first real fight that night, words sharp as broken bottles. I'm not asking you to march in pride with a sign, I snapped. But hiding? That's not us. He fired back. Easy for you to say, Mr. Out and Proud. Some of us have landmines. I stormed off, hailing a cab, the door slam echoing my resolve. Screw this. You're not his experiment. Days passed in radio silence. My apartment a tomb of unanswered texts. Mia staged an intervention over wine. He's scared, babe. But so are you. Was I? The bruises from the bar had faded, but these new ones, emotional, raw, throbbed. By Friday, I caved, driving to his garage unannounced. The bay door was half down, lights off, but his truck sat there, engine ticking cool. I slipped inside, calling his name soft. He was in the office, slumped over a desk littered with bills, a half-empty whiskey bottle glinting. Go home, Alex. Voice wrecked, like he'd been yelling at ghosts. No. I crossed to him, kneeling. Talk to me. It poured out then. The divorce wasn't clean. His ex, Sarah, had taken their dog, but left the guilt. Worse, his brother, deployed overseas, had written once, heard rumors. Don't make Ma cry. Jordan carried that like shrapnel, afraid one wrong move would shatter his world. I want this, he said, gripping my hand. You. Us. But what if I can't? Tears stung my eyes. Then we figure it out. Together. He pulled me up, kissed desperate, apologies in every touch. We didn't fix it that night, just held on, two fractured souls duct-taped in the dark. Fall deepened, leaves carpeting the streets in gold and rot, mirroring the push-pull of us. We navigated minefields. I met his buddy from the Corps, a straight-laced vet who clapped Jordan's back too hard, eyes narrowing at our linked hands before he forced a grin. Whatever floats your boat, man. Progress, Jordan called it. I called it tolerance with teeth. My family loomed too. Mom's annual call came, voice syrup sweet. When you visiting, honey? Dad misses his boy. Lies. The last time, he'd forgotten my name in prayer circle. I almost told her about Jordan. He's real, Ma. He sees me, but chickened out, hanging up with a hollow soon. Then the twist, Mia's birthday bash at a loft in Logan Square. All fairy lights and queer chaos. Jordan showed, bearing a cake he'd baked, lopsided but from scratch, and the room ate it up, toasting our power couple vibe. High on the energy, we slipped to the balcony for air, city sprawl twinkling below. Love you, he said casual, like testing waters, then froze. Shit, too soon. My heart exploded. No. Perfect. We kissed under the stars, world narrowing to us, until his phone shattered the bubble. Unknown number. But he answered, face draining. Tommy? Slow down, what happened? His brother. IED in Kandahar. Stable, but airlifted stateside. Jordan's world imploded. He left in a blur, me trailing uselessly. At the hospital in Milwaukee, sterile halls swallowing hope, he paced like a caged wolf. Sarah arrived first. Ex but ally, her hand on his arm a reminder of histories intertwined. The kid from the photo? Nephew. Yeah, but seeing them together, her comforting him, jealousy not irrational. Who am I to him, really? Tommy pulled through surgery, groggy but alive, cracking weak jokes about ghosting from Afghanistan. Relief crashed over us, but in the waiting room, Sarah cornered me soft. He's all in, you know. Just takes him time to admit it. Gratitude mixed with envy. She'd had his firsts, I his fragile now. We drove back at dawn, Jordan's hand on my thigh the whole way, silent vows in the squeeze. Winter bit hard, snow blanketing Chicago and hush. We hunkered down. Movie marathons, his head in my lap, me teaching him to sketch, his lines bold where mine wavered. But prejudice stalked subtle, a co-worker joking about my phase, Jordan's old Marine pal ghosting after a beer where hands brushed. Each chipped at us, testing resolve. The real storm brewed at Christmas. He invited me home, to Pittsburgh, the Milltown ghosts. Not out, he warned, but close. Say you're a friend from work. Hurt lanced, but I packed, clinging to trust. The drive was tense, radio filling voids, until he pulled over at a rest stop, killing the engine. This is bullshit. I want them to know you. All of you. We arrived hands clasped, his mom's hug tentative but warm, Dad's handshake gruff. Heard you're the artist type. Dinner was roast and awkward probes, jobs, weather, until Tommy, home on leave, raised a glass to Jordan for finally bringing someone worth the mileage. Laughter broke ice, but later, by the fire, Dad pulled him aside, voices low. I caught fragments, proud. Whatever makes you happy. But the town. Jordan emerged pale, nodding. In bed that night, shared childhood room creaking, he held me fierce. He said okay. Tried anyway. My turn came New Year's. Flying to Nashville, dread coiling. Mom's church friends, Dad's sermons. Jordan squeezed my hand at takeoff. I'm with you. The house smelled of pine and pecan pie, siblings orbiting polite. Dinner prayer dragged, eyes on me. But when Mom asked about that friend, I breathed deep. Boyfriend. Jordan. He's. Words tumbled. Kind. Brave mine. Silence deafened. Dad's fork clattering. Then Mom. Tell us about him. Not acceptance, but a crack. Dad grunted later on the porch. Jordan and I bundled against chill. World's changing. Just. Be careful. From him, it was gold. Back in Chicago, renewed, we planned. Future trips, maybe a place together. But fate loves irony. Spring thawed streets, and with it, a client gig landed me at a corporate event in the Loop, all suits and schmoozing. Jordan tagged along, proud and buttoned down, but midway, his ex's brother, some finance bro, spotted us, sneer curling. Still playing both sides, huh? Slur slipped casual, but venomous. Jordan tensed, fist clenching, but I pulled him away, heart pounding. Later, in the hotel bar, he unraveled. I thought I was past this shit. You're not playing? I said fierce. We're real. But doubt seeded, his hesitation that night, love-making mechanical, mind elsewhere. Days later, a letter arrived. Tommy's, forwarded. Bro, heard about your artist. Ma's worried. Church talk. Keep it quiet? Jordan crumpled it, but the damage lingered, silence is stretching. The climax crashed Memorial Day weekend. Pride prep buzzed the city, rainbows everywhere, but Jordan bailed on marching. Too soon after Tommy. Hurt festered. I went solo. Mia linking arms, floats thumping bass that drowned my ache. Texts went unread, until evening. Meet me. The pier. Lake Michigan whipped gray, him waiting with wildflowers. Daisies, my favorite. I screwed up, he started, voice cracking. That letter. It got in my head. Made me think I'm dragging you down. No, I cut in, tears hot. You're lifting me, but hiding us. That's the drag. He dropped to one knee. Not proposal, but surrender, begging forgiveness with stories of nightmares where he lost me to his fears. We talked till dusk, unraveling knots. Therapy for him, boundaries for us. Out together, he vowed. No more shadows. Summer bloomed tentative, conflicts ebbing into growth. A garage promotion meant stability. My designs went viral, portfolio swelling. We hosted a barbecue. Mia, Tommy via video. Even Sarah zooming cheers. Laughter healed, prejudices fading, not gone, but challenged. Fall brought the twist I'd half dreaded. Dad's heart attack, fly home frantic. Jordan drove, hand steady on mine through ER waits. Mom clung post-surgery. You came. Both. Dad, weak in bed, rasped, sorry son. For the silence. Not full absolution, but bridge building. Jordan's family followed suit. A barbecue where Pops grilled steaks, toasting the man who fixed my boy's truck and heart. By winter's eve, 1 year from that bar fight, we stood on his balcony. Our balcony, lease signed, snow falling soft. Trouble, he teased, echoing my old fear. Worth every bruise, I replied, kissing him deep. The city hummed below, prejudices and pasts just echoes now. We'd fought, fallen, risen, love not a rescue, but a revolution, one heartbeat at a time. Yet revolutions simmer, and ours wasn't done brewing. Early spring, a freelance opportunity pulled me to New York for 2 weeks, a design collab with a queer mag, all glamour and deadlines. Jordan saw me off at O'Hare, kiss lingering like he could imprint it through miles. Call every night. He growled playful, but eyes betrayed the gnaw of distance. Like I won't. I shot back, boarding with butterflies warring unease. Manhattan swallowed me. Subways rattling, skylines stabbing clouds, meetings in lofts where creatives chain-smoked ideas. Nights, FaceTime propped on hotel pillows, his face pixelated but beloved, grease smudged from late shifts. Miss your laugh, he'd say, and I'd spin tales of rooftop bars and bagel runs, omitting the flirty editor who accidentally brushed my arm. Harmless, right? But guilt flickered. Jordan's trust was hard-won. Why risk the spark? Back in Chicago, reunion was fire. Him at baggage claim. Bouquet of wildflowers crushed in haste as he lifted me off feet. We tumbled into bed, city forgotten, rediscovering in whispers and touches. But jet lag faded, and so did the glow. He grew distant. Longer hours, phone glued like armor. Big job, he'd mutter, but vibes screamed otherwise. Mia noticed first, over coffee. Spill. What's eating him? I shrugged, denial thick. Stress. But probing unearthed it, a text from Sarah, innocuous, Tommy's birthday invite, but laced with old familiarity. She's just a friend. I insisted to Mia, but to myself? Echoes of hospital halls, her hand on his. Insecurity, that old foe, reared venomous. Confrontation brewed over dinner, Thai takeout on the couch, tension coiling like the springs beneath us. What's with the walls? I asked, blunt, chopsticks clattering. He stiffened, eyes on the TV flicker. Nothing. Tired. Bull. I snatched the remote, silence crashing. Sarah? Or me not being enough? Hurt flashed his face, shock, then sorrow. God, Alex, no. It's work. Layoffs looming. Can't lose this. Lie? Truth? His voice cracked authenticity, but doubt lingered. We made up in apologies and closeness, but the seed sprouted thorns. Weeks later, the Real bomb dropped. A Southside community fair, booths hawking tamales, kids chasing balloons, Jordan volunteering at the mechanic demo. I manned a queer youth table nearby, handing flyers on safe spaces. Laughter bridged the gap until a shout pierced. Faggot. Hurling from a knot of teens, one chucking a can that grazed my temple. Chaos erupted, Jordan bolting over, face thunder, but I waved him off, blood trickling warm. I'm fine. Go. He didn't. Instead, he faced them down, voice steel. Walk. Now. They scattered, but not before one sneered. Heard your bro's a hero. You're just his side piece. Ice in veins, how? Rumors? Tommy's letter? Jordan dragged me to first aid, hands shaking as he dabbed antiseptic. Who were they? I pressed, wincing. Kids from the neighborhood. Old man's garage rival, spread shit. But his evasion screamed more. That night, digging through his jacket for keys, a crumpled note tumbled. Keep it quiet, for Ma. Tea fresh ink. Heart plummeted. You asked him to lie? He deflated, caught. Not lie. Just. Protect. After the fair, word spreads fast. Betrayal burned. Protect from what? Us. Yelling echoed our walls, furniture shoved in fury. I'm tired of half measures, Jordan. Pride or closet? Pick. He chose silence, storming out. I collapsed, sobs racking, love twisted into this. Mia arrived dawn, wine and wisdom. Fight for it. Or let go. But don't marinate in maybe. Sleepless, I replayed us. Allie rescued a balcony vows. Worth salvaging? Reconciliation came circuitous. A call from my agent. New York gig extended, option for permanent. Dream? Or escape? I drove to the garage, finding him under a hood, wrench slipping. I'm considering the move, I blurted. His head snapped up, oil-streaked face ashen. Don't. Why? So we can keep pretending. Tears welled his eyes, first time. Because I can't lose you. That note. Panic. Tommy's home soon. Family's visiting. I panicked. Raw. He spilled. Fear of rejection mirroring his discharged doubts. The ex's brother taunt replaying. You're my anchor, Alex. Teach me to sail this. We rebuilt deliberate. Couples counseling in a Pilsen walk-in, therapist probing scars with gentle scalpel. Jordan came out to his mom over phone. Voice wobbling. Her pause eternal. Then, love's love, son. Bring him next time. Milestone. Mine, Dad's check-in call. Halting. Proud of you. Both. Cracks widening to canyons of grace. Summer sizzled. Us stronger. Beach days at Montrose. Him sketching me poorly on sand. Laughter healing. But twists lurk. August brought Tommy's arrival. Airport pickup charged. Brother bear hug hid wariness. But over beers at our place, stories flowed. Deployments, doubts. Wrote that letter half drunk, he confessed. Sorry. You're good for him. See it now. Seal stamped. Yet prejudice's shadow stretched. A garage client, bigoted contractor. Overheard whispers, pulled the job. Don't need that vibe on site. Jordan seethed, but channeled. Union grievance, community support. We rallied. Flyers, petitions, turning loss to loud. Victory small, but ours. Fall's harvest. New York passed. I stayed, counteroffer sweet. Jordan proposed, not ring, but promise, over pumpkin pie at Mia's. Build forever? Yes, blurred in kisses. Winter whispered peace, but one last gale. Family fusion Thanksgiving. Pittsburgh Nashville mashup at our apartment. Mom's bonding over recipes, dad's grunting sports, Tommy toasting chaos. Awkward? Hell yes. Healing? Absolutely. As snow swirled outside, Jordan's hand in mine under table, I knew. We'd bar-fought fate, bruised but unbroken. Spring unfurled tentative, cherry blossoms dusting sidewalks like confetti from a half-remembered parade. We'd weathered the storms, family fractures mending slow, biases battered back, but complacency is a sly thief. It started innocuous. Jordan's promotion to shop foreman, pride swelling his chest as he detailed the raise over breakfast. Means security, he said, eyes bright. For us. Maybe that cabin up north we've eyed. I grinned, sketching a doodle of us in flannel by a lake. Sold. But beneath buzz, a restlessness stirred mine. Freelance dried up post-holiday. Auditions for art director gigs loomed, rejections piling like unpaid bills. You're brilliant, he'd affirm nightly, but doubt gnawed. Was I enough for this life we'd sketched? Enter Elena, old college flame, now NYC powerhouse, emailing a lead. Heard you're killing it. Collab? Week in the city. Temptation sang. Exposure, escape from routine. Jordan greenlit reluctant. Go shine. Just. Come back shining. Airport kiss lingered, his grip fierce. New York hit like espresso. Pitch meetings electric. Elena's loft a whirlwind of mock-ups and Merlot. Nights blurred. Industry mixers, her laughter infectious, touches lingering friendly. One eve, tipsy on rooftop views, she leaned in. Missed this spark, Alex. Heart stuttered, flattery or flicker. I pulled back gentle. Happily taken. But seed planted, what if? Homebound, guilt rode shotgun. Jordan's welcome was warmth. Dinner simmering, stories demanded. I spun sanitized tales, omitting Elena's gaze. But vibes shifted. His questions probed. She's single? Casual, but jaw tight. Insecurity mirror. Now his turn to wonder. Cracks spiderwebbed. A weekend getaway. Door County cabin. Aspens ablaze. Mint reset. Hikes crisp. Leaves crunching underfoot. But silence is stretched. Over fire pit Esmores. It erupted. You're distant. He accused. Marshmallow charring forgotten. Since the trip. Me? Indignation flared. You're the one side-eyeing every call. Truth tumbled. Elena's texts. Professional, but frequent. His marine radar pinging threat. Trust me, I pleaded. He softened, but wound festered. Twist sharpened. Back in city, Mia's crisis call. Assaulted outside her cafe. Hate crime. Two guys slinging epithets. We rushed hospital. Jordan's fury coiled as she recounted. Bruises blooming purple. Bastards, he growled, pacing. Police report filed, but justice lagged. Witnesses scarce, perps ghosts. Vigil lit. Community rally at the Bean, candles flickering defiance. Jordan spoke, raw, rallying. We're here. Not hiding. Crowd roared, but post-rally, a face in throng. Elena's brother? No. Sarah's, the finance bro from the event, smirking from afar. Coincidence? Paranoia spiked. Home, paranoia peaked. Jordan's phone buzzed anonymous. Freak alert. Keep your dyke pal in check. Screenshot shared. Rage unified us. Report. Blocks. But fracture deepened. He withdrew. Patrols around Mia's block unasked. Protecting, he claimed. Controlling, I countered. Fight fractured. Can't save everyone. Then who if not us? Space begged. I crashed Mia's couch. Her wisdom wry. Love's not armor. Its vulnerability. Days blurred, texts tentative, reconciliation at neutral ground. Scared, he admitted. Losing you. Then this. Feels like failure. I confessed Elena's flirt, regret raw. No room for maybes. Pact sealed, boundaries bold, therapy tandem. Summer scorched, healing hot. Art gig landed. Local mural for pride. Jordan posing as muse, muscles sketched bold. Elena faded to colleague, texts tamed. Mia mended, self-defense classes bonding us trio. But fate's pin twists, September storm, literal, tornado warnings wailing, power out. Huddled candlelit, board games by flashlight, laughter reclaimed. Storm passed, but ours brewed internal. Dad's email, out of blue. Forgive old man. Visit soon. Jordan urged, go. Heal. Flight south, him tagging moral support. Nashville hummed country twang. Family farm fences whitewashed memory. Dad frail but open, hugs halting, stories shared of regrets. Loved wrong way once, he murmured. Don't repeat. Tears cathartic. Mom baked pies peace offerings. Returned Boyd, Jordan's pride palpable. Brave, love. Autumn gilded, plans crystallized. Cabin deposit down, rings whispered. Yet shadow loomed, Tommy's wedding invite. Bring your +1, note read. Jordan paled. Family's ready? Test loomed. Wedding weekend Pittsburgh crisp, leaves fire-kissed. Rehearsal dinner tense. Uncles probing, aunts cooing polite. Ceremony flawless, Tommy beaming, bride radiant. Reception dance floor called. Jordan hesitated, then pulled me close. Slow sway to wonderful tonight. Whispers amid whispers. Aunts noticed, smiles tight. Uncle cornered post-toast. Heard things. Hope it's phase. Jordan's retort calm steel. It's forever. Exit applauded internal. Home. High crashing. Anonymous email chain. Wedding pics circulated, slurs appended. Pervert bro corrupts. Cinder traced. Sarah's brother, grudge festering. Confrontation brewed. Coffee meet. Jordan's ultimatum cold. Apologize. Or court. Bro balked, but legal nudge from ally lawyer friend sealed. Retraction public. Donation to queer youth. Winter wrap gentle, scars silvered. New Year's Eve, cabin keys in hand. First night, fire crackling, vows voiced. Through fights and feelings, always. Love, not trouble, triumph. Yet triumph teeters. Winter thawed to revelations raw. February frost bit, but warmer. Jordan's surprise. Art studio lease in Ukrainian village. Walls blank canvas for my murals. Your space, he said, key dangling. Tears pricked. Inspiration ignited. Brushes flying queer icons in bold strokes. But bliss blinds. March unearthed buried. Garage audit. Irregularities, skimmed parts. Not Jordan, but foreman predecessor. Fallout finger-pointed wrong. Accusations flew. Rival shops sabotage. Whispers of queer agenda tainting. Jordan grilled internal. Alibi ironclad. Me. Alibis, but stains stuck. Shifts cut. Stress simmered. Nights he tossed. Doubts devouring. What if they think? Voice trailed. I soothed. Innocent till proven. But prejudice poisoned well. Co-worker cold shoulders. Client pulls citing ethics. Mia rallied. Legal consult. Union push. Evidence mounted. Emails damning rival. Clearance came April. Vindication sweet but scarred. Twist turned. Clearance party at O'Malley's. Full circle. Bar now haunt fond. Beers flowed. Toasts clinked. But strangers sidled. Grizzled vet. Eyes keen. Saw you save that kid last year. Good man. Kid. Memory flickered. Alley night. Post-fight. Jordan shoving cash to a teen dumpster diving. Unseen act. Heart full. Pride swelled. Strangers nod. World needs more. Spring bloomed resilient. Murals unveiled. Gallery night buzzing. Jordan beaming front row. Elena attended. Professional now. Toast genuine. To authenticity. Post-show. Walk home starlet. His arm anchor. Proud doesn't cover it. Summer schemed bigger. Road trip blueprint. Route 66 echoes. Chicago to Santa Monica. Hearts highways. Prep pack joy. Playlist curated. Diner stops mapped. Departure dawn. His truck loaded. My sketchpad ready. Plains stretched endless. Kansas dust devils dancing. Stops sparked stories. Tulsa motel, ghost tales giggling. Amarillo neon, dances silly. Oklahoma pit stop twisted. Gas station glare, pump jockey muttering slurs at our hands linked. Jordan tensed, pump clicking tense. Ignore, I murmured. He did, but grip tightened mile marker. Arizona heat haze. Grand Canyon yawned awe. Rim walk. Winds whispering wild. Like us, he said, echo vast. Deep, unyielding. Night campfired, stars blanket. Love-making tinder under tent glow. California crest. Pacific crashed welcome. Santa Monica pier. Ferris wheel spinning dreams. Footprints sand. Promises etched. Wherever next. But return loomed. Reality rearview. Home September. Glow lingered. Photos framed. Tales retold. But undercurrent tugged. My portfolio pitched agency full-time. Offer landed. Director, remote hybrid. Stability siren, but uproot? Jordan's eyes shadowed. Your call. Ours. Deliberation danced. Pros weighed. Cons confessed. Miss mornings with you, he admitted. But shine, Alex. Choice crystallized. Accept. Balance bid. Fall foliage framed decision. Agency orientation virtual. Commute cut. Jordan's shifts synced. Dinners daily. Thanksgiving redux. Families fused fuller. Dad's bonding brews. Mom's recipe swapping. Tommy's tales. Mia's mirth. Tapestry tight. Winter whispered warning. Flu season felled Jordan. Cough hacking holidays. Bedside vigil. Soup simmering. Fears flickered. Mortality mirror. Don't leave, he rasped fever dream. Never, Val Velvet. Recovery rallied resolve. Health checks mutual. Futures fortified. New Year dawned deliberate. Rings shopped. Simple bands. Engraved after the fight. Proposal planned. Anniversary alley. O'Malley's backdoor. Bottles shattered memory, but now confetti. On knee. Box open. Trouble worth every feeling. Marry me. Yes cascaded. Kiss ceiling. Spring showered plans. Small wedding. Summer solstice. Rooftop vows. Invites etched. Families full. Friends fierce. Dress code casual. Hearts open. But fate fidgets. May memo. Agency merger. Relocation clause. NYC base. Travel tolerated. Hammer dropped post-proposal high. Go. Jordan queried quiet. Together? Counter. Negotiate remote. Tug-of-war emails. Ultimatums veiled. June heat heightened. Merger stalled. Remote ratified. Relief reigned. Wedding week whisked. Ceremony sunset. Rooftop gold. Vows voiced. Saved me then. Saves me still. Rings exchanged. Cheers cascaded. Reception reveled. Mia's toast tear jerk. Tommy's jig joy. Dance floor hours. Slow sway ceiling. Honeymoon hinted. Cabin extended. Lake lapping lullabies. Return rooted. Rings reminders. Yet yearns linger. Fall foundry. Adoption whispers. Foster kid maybe. Hearts expanding. Classes enrolled. Home hardened. Winter wove wonder. First holiday hitched. Tree trim tandem. Ornaments ours. Alley shard framed. Feeling forged. Love's arc arched. From bar brawl to boundless. Bruises badges. Feelings forever. But forever flexes. Spring's renewal rippled ripples. Married months. Mundane magic. Coffee routines. Laundry lingers. Agency thrived. Murals multiplied. Jordan's garage grew. Apprentice mentored. Stability seduced. But stagnation stalked subtle. Enter Crossroads. Conference invite. Queer Creative Summit. San Francisco. June keynote slot. Spotlight yours. Jordan encouraged. Shine solo. Nerves knotted. Public speaking phobia, but pitch perfect. Departure dusk. His send-off soft. Own it. Frisco fogged fabulous. Panels provocative. Networking nectar. Keynote crushed. Crowd captivated. Applause avalanche. After party afterglow. Admirers abounded. One persistent. Charismatic curator. Vibes vibrant. Flirt filtered friendly, but Elena echoed. Ever consider Cali? Home high. Tails tumbled. Jordan's pride pure. Star. But seed sprouted. What if? Bigger. Dreams dialogued. Coastal cabin? Agency branch. Summer simmered schemes. Beach bonfires brainstormed. Chicago roots, he anchored. But branches. Balance beckoned. Twist tempered. Mia's milestone. Pregnancy ponder. sperm donor selected. And Alex. Tease tender. Baby shower brainstormed. Jordan's crib craft uncle ready. Fall framed family. Summit success spawns solo show. Wicker Park Gallery, November nocturne. Prep pressured. Jordan's support steadfast. Frames hung. Hors d'oeuvres handled. Opening overflowed. Critics cooed. Collectors clamored. Post-party private. Empire builder he beamed. But bias bites back. December dispatch. Garage union vote. Jordan slate lead. Campaign charged. Rallies raw. Rivals ruthless. Smears surfaced. Agenda pusher. Slurs subtle. Election eve anxiety. My massage bomb. You've got this. Victory vindicated. Narrow, but nod. New Year nodded nods. Leadership lessons. Legacy longed. Spring spark surprise. Foster inquiry approved. Trial teen, 16, trans boy named Riley. Home visit vetted. Nerves nested. Arrival awkward. Duffel dropped. Eyes evasive. Temporary, he muttered. Jordan's joke Jared. Pizza protocol. Ice cracked crumbly. Weeks wove wonder. School shuttles, story shares. Riley's resilience raw. Rejection recounted. Runaway roads. Art therapy afternoons. My brush is his bridge. Jordan's garage gigs. Oil changes. Oil talks. Father figure forged. Summer schooled us. Pride parade principalied. Riley rainbowed reluctant, then rapped. Float floats. Chance chorused. Family found. But bumps bruised. Riley's rebellion. Curfew crushed. Lies layered. Trust earned. Jordan firm. Runaway scare midnight. Streets scoured. Heart hammering. Return ragged. Sorry. Scared. Hugs healed. House rules hardened. Fall fostered forward. Riley rooted. Adoption angled. School success. Art award my genes. Grins glowed. Winter warmed whole. Holidays fourfold. Riley's first. Families fused fuller. Tree traditions. Ornament exchange. Echoes endless. Yet youth yearns. Spring senior year sprint. College chase. Applications anxious. Acceptances acclaimed. Art Institute. Scholarship shining. Proud papa. Jordan preened. Graduation June glory. Cap toss. Tears trailed. Post-party promise. Room waits. Riley's retort. College calls. Summer send-off bittersweet. Dorm drop. Duffel duel. Empty nest echoed, but emails effused. Classes cool. Fall filled void. Travel tempted. Italy itch. Anniversary gift. Flights fantasized. Funds funneled. Departure delight. Rome ruins. Romance rekindled. Venice vapors. Gondola glides. Vows revisited. Anew. Whispers winged. Return refreshed. Gallery group show. Jordan's keynote counter. Union con. Balance beamed. Winter whispered what-ifs. Bio baby? Surrogacy scoped. But Riley's return rooted. Holidays home. Family first. Love layered. Bar fight birth. Boundless bloom. Endless evolves. Summer's sequel simmered. Riley's sophomore slump. Major mull. Mental mire. Calls cryptic. Overwhelmed. Visits ventured. Vents validated. You're enough? Echoed. Equilibrium edged. Fall framed fortitude. My monograph published. Queer icons illuminated. Launch lauded. Book tour beckoned. Coast coasting. Jordan tag along. Panels paired. Boston blizzard. Blizzards bonded. Seattle showers. Sketches shared. Home harvest. Signing signed. Stories stocked. Winter wove worries. Jordan's twinge. Shoulder seized. Shop string. PT prescribed. Patience piloted. Warrior I wooed. Spring spurred shift. Riley's romance. Boyfriend Ben. Biochem brain. Meet cute vetted. Dinner droll. Keeper. Jordan quizzed. Kids call. Summer soirees. Wedding vow renewal. Vetoed. Daily due. Instead, cruise Caribbean. Calm caressed. Fall fostered. Ben bonded. Holidays hexed. 6 souls. Stories swirled. But breaks beckon. Jordan's sabbatical scoped. Cross-country cycle. Charity queer youth. Join. Jested. Petals. Pass. Support shipped. Snacks signs. Winter watched wheels. Miles mapped. Mishaps minimal. Return radiant. Refreshed. Spring spark. Riley's ring. Engagement eloped. Vegas vibe. Parents. Plea. Proud. Summer shotgun. Ceremony simple. Toast tender. Ben's vow, steady. Fall family, grandbaby gleam. Someday smiled. Yet youth yields. My mentor mantle, workshop lead, wisdom woven. Jordan's journeyman, apprentice army, advocacy amplified. Winter wrapped, retrospective roar, my murals museum bound. Gala glitter, Jordan's gown grin, gorgeous. Love's ledger, fights tallied, feelings triumphed. Decade dawned deliberate, silver specks sprinkled, temples touched, laughs lined. Riley's return, job jazz, loft leased nearby. Boomerang, bantered. Spring's seedling, Ben's book, biotech breakthrough, dedication, uncle's first. Summer Sabbath, sabbatical shared, Scandinavia's sojourn, sound is soothed. Fall framed, foster encore, twin tots, trans trailblazers. Toddler tango, tantrums tamed. Winter warmed, quartet carols, chaos cherished. Yet horizons hint, retirement rumba? Not yet, nudged. Legacy lingers, alley anecdote, annals etched, book chapter, speech staple. Love, labyrinthine, saved, scarred, soaring, eternal echo.